to my channel. So today I am doing a thing that I never thought I would do, combining my love for Parks and Rec and a book tag. So if you don't know, Parks and Rec is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. My three favorite TV shows of all time are The Office, Parks and Rec, and Arrested Development. So I'm really excited to do this because I absolutely love the characters, love the plotline, so let's just get right into it. So the first question is Leslie Knope a strong female character? And I'm going to give this one to Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. I absolutely loved her character. She's one of my favorites besides Jon Snow. I absolutely loved him too, but I really enjoyed her character. I think she does a great job at kind of handling everything, especially what happens at the end of this book. I'm not going to spoil it, but she really deals well with a lot of the things that go on in her life. I mean, she's kind of thrust into this marriage that she doesn't really want, and she's dealing with her crazy, like, psycho brother, and I just see her as a very cool character. I really enjoyed her. The next question is, Ben Wyatt a character you can see yourself dating or marrying? Can you guess it? Jimmy Fraser from Outlander. Like I said before, there are elements in this, there are things that I don't love about Jamie, but in general, I love Jamie's character. Like, I think the writing style that she used to create his character is really great. I think just some of the things he said just like made me laugh, and I don't know, I feel like that's gonna be a cliche one for a lot of people, but Jamie Fraser. Ron Swanson, a character you didn't think you would end up loving, which I love Ron Swanson in the TV show. I think just his character portrayal is like the ultimate. I don't know, there's something about him that I love, but I'm gonna give it to Freddy from the Royal We. I loved this book, honestly. It's like it's like such a juvenile kind of romance comedy thing, but I don't know. Freddy is Prince Nick's brother in this book, and he's just kind of like a like the typical kind of frat bro stereotype, and I don't know, I really ended up liking him at the end. I think the way he handled the situation that ends at the end of the book, and the way that he kind of carried himself, there were things in here where I was just like, he's the worst character, but then other times I was like, oh, but he's not that bad. The next character is April Ludgate, so a grumpy character that you ended up loving, and I'm going to give this to Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. At the end of the book, we don't really see that part of Darcy, but at the beginning, he is very condescending and kind of rude towards Elizabeth. So at first, I was totally put off from his character. I didn't like him at all, but by the end of the book, I definitely was rooting for him. But at the beginning, I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to like his character, but I ended up really enjoying him. The next character is Andy Dwyer, who is my personal favorite character from Parks and Rec. Him and Tom Haverford are my two favorite characters by far. And this is a character that seems to get into a lot of trouble, so I'm going to give this to Yael from Wolf by Wolf. I think that's how you say it. Honestly, I don't really read too many books where there are people in them who kind of get into a bunch of trouble. The only other person I could think of was Sirius Black from Harry Potter, so either one of those characters. But she kind of just gets into trouble because she's part of this resistance and she's gonna kill Hitler, so obviously she's gonna get into some trouble. But honestly, I don't think that I read too many books like that, so I think both of those characters fall under it. So Anne Perkins is a character you would like to have as your best friend. I'm going to give this to Hermione from Harry Potter. I just think Hermione, view her as a know-it-all as much as you like, but I think she would just be a great friend to have. Like, I think you could obviously call on her at any time, like in the Harry Potter series, like she gets called on for a lot of things and she just shows up. Like, I think as a best friend, she would not only like help you with whatever, but she's very intelligent. She's a strong character. I really like her, and I think she would be a great friend to have. The next one is Gary or Jerry or Larry or Terry Gergich, however you want to call him. So that would be a book that you didn't like. I've already talked about this. It's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This was just a really hyped. I just didn't think it was that great. I really, like I said before, liked the pictures in it. I just think the overarching theme of this kind of missed the mark for me. It wasn't as creepy as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be. So it was kind of just like, meh. It was alright. I didn't hate it. I think the writing was okay, but it just wasn't something that I really cared for. Next is Donna Meagle, a book that was spoiled for you. I also love Donna's character. Just treat yourself 100%.
3 words for you. Treat yourself. What do we treat ourselves to?
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
But this would have to be Dragonfly and Amber by Diana Gabaldon. I kind of spoiled this for myself because I heard somebody talk about what this book was about and how it started, and I was like, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. So I researched it and I found out what happened because I didn't want to read this if I thought what happened actually happened. So I kind of spoiled this for myself. Like, I can't really blame it on anybody else. I kind of just spoiled it, but I still want to read it. I'm definitely going to. But I just spoiled it for myself, and I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that, like, I don't want to continue on in a series if something bad happens and I don't want it to happen? Like, that way I can just pretend like it never happened. Like, if what I thought happened in this book actually did, I would have just not read it. I would have just been like, alright, that was nice. I really liked Outlander. The next one is Chris Traeger, a character dealing with a lot of emotional baggage, and I'm going to give this to Jude from A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is a very intense book, and it's not a YA book, but he deals with a lot of emotional things that happened in his past and the things that he has to deal with and push through, and I'm not making light of him as a character at all, because the things that he went through were serious and crazy emotional things, so he definitely deals with that a lot in the book, and that's kind of what his whole character is centered around. It's kind of like the human experience and how far is a human able to be resilient, at what cost, and with their friends, and just, it's a very deep emotional book. And then the last one is Tom Haverford, one of my other favorite characters, a character that has a lot of swag, and I guess I'm gonna give this to Prince Maxon. Honestly, I don't really have too many books where I'm like, oh, that character's like so, I don't know, but I guess he does. He's kind of like a ladies' man, but sort of not, because he doesn't really know how to carry himself, but I think in general he kind of does. I think as a prince you kind of already have that elevated title. I mean, you're a prince, but yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna like his character, but I ended up really liking him. It's the same thing with America. I really, for 3/4 of the series, I was like, I can't stand this girl, but then at the end I was like, alright, you alright. So that was the Parks and Rec book tag. I tag all of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it that big thumbs up, and I will see you back here later.